Come on in, have a seat. Thanks for being on time. Yep, no problem. Just get comfortable anywhere you like. That works just fine. Is it okay if I sit here? Great. I'm Dr. Brimley. You spoke to my assistant Damien on the phone. Can you tell me what you'd like me to call you? It's lovely to meet you. So, I know you usually see Dr. Merriweather, correct? And you've been seeing her for 4 years. That's great. She's wonderful, isn't she? Yeah, we love her around here. But she's out on maternity leave now. Yeah, very exciting. So I'm happy to be taking some of her patients so we can keep providing the level of care that you've come to expect from us. And I want to say that I appreciate you choosing me as your interim therapist. I know there are a lot of great therapists here, so it means a lot that you opted to come to me, especially since I'm fairly new here. I mean, of course, I've been a therapist for quite a long time now at other facilities, and I'm very proud of what I do, but still, I want to thank you for coming to talk to me today. Well, I mean it, and I think we're going to get along great. I'm very much looking forward to getting to know you better and seeing what sort of progress we can make. Sound good? Excellent. So let's see. I took a brief look at your file before you came in, of course. Wanted to familiarize myself with your background and some of the things that you've been working on. Right. Is it okay if I go over some of the details just to be sure I understand? Thank you so much. And it's okay if I take notes while we chat? Wonderful. If at any time something I say or do bothers you, please just let me know. Or if you have questions about what I'm writing or the things I'm asking about, definitely stop me and ask. This is a two-way street, not an interrogation. Your comfort level is the most important thing. I want to be sure you feel safe here. Safe and heard. Does that make sense? Great. Let's start here. So you were raised in the Midwest, and your parents divorced when you were 11, correct? Okay. They're both still living? Right. 2 brothers and 1 sister, all still living? Gotcha. And you are the oldest, which caused a bit of stress for you as I understand it. That's true. Being the oldest can mean a lot of pressure, especially in a divorce situation. Oldest children will often take a lot of that on themselves to protect the younger kids in the family. But the parents can apply a lot of pressure too. Did you feel like you were expected to take care of your younger siblings often? Did your younger siblings accept that, or did they make things harder for you? I see. That's quite common as well. All of you would have been processing grief and trauma in different ways, some of which would involve acting out, especially among the younger ones. It doesn't excuse it, of course, but it does explain it. You were forced to grow up pretty quickly to deal with all that, I think. Does that sound right? So, this detail isn't here, but how did you punish your younger siblings when they would push back? Well, for example, when they hit you or screamed at you or generally made your life a nightmare, did you light their toys on fire for your own amusement? Or perhaps force them to listen to talk radio all day long? No? Interesting. No punishments at all? Timeouts. That's something, I guess. I'm just taking some quick notes. Okay then, let me jump ahead a bit. You went to college out of state, correct? Gotcha. You made some friends there. Looks like you did well in school. Dean's List, very nice. You should be proud. Definitely. It looks like you dated a bit while you were there, one person in particular. who exhibited some toxic behaviors. Yeah, I see that. We don't have to rehash all of it right now. Most of it is in the file. I'm sorry you went through that, though. It's a sensitive topic, I get it. And it's not your fault. Nothing you went through was your fault. I will remind you of that as often as you need to hear it, okay? Okay. And you found the strength to get out. That's so impressive. You did great getting yourself away from such a toxic environment. I'm serious. You fought hard and you made positive change for yourself. I'm impressed. I just have one question though, since I can't find it in the write-up. When you eventually left this partner who mistreated you, what did you do to ensure they were thoroughly punished? I usually recommend butthole spiders, but bees with teeth are also a very solid choice, especially in large swarms. What did you go with? Or did you have your own special techniques? I do always love to learn new techniques. What now, not at all? Oh, that's odd. So you just left? And they weren't punished for eternity? Interesting. I'm just writing, don't mind me. Now, your first job out of college was with a nonprofit. That's delightful. What sort of work did they do? That's very noble. Did you enjoy the job? Oh, that's good. Isn't it rewarding to do the sort of work that makes you feel like you're giving back? It really is. Such a nice feeling. But you had a boss that was a bit problematic, correct? Right. Looks like he expected a lot of unpaid overtime and refused to grant your time off requests. It was also generally difficult to work with. I see. That must have been very frustrating. How long did you work there? Okay, so you found something better and it worked out in the end. That's great news. I'm very happy you improved your situation. Again, I must be missing some of the notes, so I'll just ask. When you left that bad boss, what was your retaliation method of choice? Did you spray down his entire office with a super soaker of cat pee, for example? Or perhaps did you go for smaller, more subtle efforts, like lowering his desk chair or removing the A and E keys from his keyboard? Hang on, you didn't do anything at all? You just left? You shook hands and left. But what about revenge? What about consequences? Look, I'll be honest. I'm seeing a fairly disturbing pattern in your history. You seem to endure mistreatment and then just go away from it, without any sort of punishment for those who mistreated you. Can we drill down into that a bit? Is it that you feel undeserving somehow? Do you think you don't deserve to be the one to administer throat snakes to those who have wronged you? Because you absolutely do deserve that. You seem really agitated. Do we need to take a break? I apologize if this rehash of the past is dredging up a little too much trauma. I should have gone more slowly. That's my fault. Do you want some water? Perhaps some French vanilla antimatter? What? What do you mean? Calm down, calm down. I'm not sure I understand. Nothing I've said has been remotely out of the ordinary. I'm not sure what you... Wait, hang on. Let me check something real quick. Are you human? Oh no. I am so sorry. I should have checked before I even put you on my calendar. This is embarrassing. No, well, not exactly. I'm a demon therapist. I mean, I work with humans sometimes, but most of my clients are demons. I just assumed. No, that's entirely my fault. I should have checked. Dr. Merriweather has a lot more human clients than I do, and when I took some of her cases, I didn't even think to check. No wonder you were looking at me like that. That explains so much. It's fine, I just owe you an apology. I'm sure this was very confusing for you, and maybe a bit horrifying. But if you're still open to it, I'd like to try again. Hit the reset button, so to speak. Like I said, I don't do a lot of work with humans, but I think I can handle it, as long as you want to give it a shot. It's up to you, but if you want to switch to another therapist, it's probably a few weeks before you can get back in for an appointment, just so you know. Wonderful, thank you. How about we go back to the beginning and start again? In fact, I'll reset the clock on the session too. We can start as if you just walked in, fresh and new. Deal? Great. Did you want that water, by the way? You sure? You still look a bit shaky. Okay then.
Dr. Brimley?
Hang on. Yes, what is it?
Sorry to interrupt. You have a call on line 4?
I'm in a session right now, Damien.
They say it's urgent. Something about butthole spiders. Should I take a message?
No, send it through. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, you got it, boss. Oh, also, I'm taking an early lunch day, and it'll last a few hours. Then I'll probably come back slightly buzzed, and then I'll probably spend the afternoon browsing Amazon on my work computer until it's time to go home. Just as a heads up.
No worries. You're the worst, Damien. Have a good one. Where was I? Oh yeah, back to the start. Oh, and I forgot something else too. Where's my head today? I swear. I forgot to take your payment. Today's session will be $50. I know, it's quite a bargain in this day and age. Are you doing cash or? Great, thank you so much. Now let's get back to a full reset on this appointment. I promise, no more questions about punishment, torture, or bees with teeth. Unless you actually did use bees with teeth on someone at some point, in which case we can definitely talk about that. Wonderful. Go ahead and get comfortable. And let's get started. Hey, sweetness. If you like what you hear, don't forget to click subscribe so you can hear more. Also check me out over on Twitch. And if you want to support me, Patreon. Thanks for listening.